On the first day of 2025, China test flight released the successful opening of the first flight of the new year. The time is fixed at 9 a.m. Originally thought it was not Boom 20 strategic bomber. I did not realize that it actually has nothing to do with it, and a little gap with everyone's expectations. There is no continuation of a few days ago. A variety of cross-generation warplanes suddenly announced the hot scene, and just a few days ago on December the 29th, 2024, the National Defense Times released a dynamic picture with two J-7 fighters, focusing on the text to write, "Remember the alarm clock," so that everyone mistakenly think that the big guy is coming. After all, the front has been flying a variety of new models, and even a sixth-generation machine, and the Divine Eagle, anti-stealth unmanned early warning aircraft, etc. Really cannot think of any other fighter worth setting the alarm clock. So we all feel should be the first New Year's flight is not Boom 20 stealth strategic bomber belongs to. Only the fact that proved that the country's heavy weapons still need a little time. In fact, the official work is not the first time, Boom 20, although it has long been publicly announced in the research, but so many years down the road in addition to cover the head machine, can see the wing layout, helmet reflection can see the eagle's beak design, other more specific progress basically no news, that is, the Americans' open brain blind guess, that Boom 20 must have run into technical difficulties, the fastest to 2030 to be equipped. Of course, the level of China's aviation industry, a breadth of launch 26th generation aircraft, just announced the J-20. S2-seat type can only play a hand in the accompanying flight. There is no technical difficulties can be seen, just positioning may need to be adjusted. After all, the speed of development is too fast, and too far ahead of the game is also not good. However, we are looking forward to the Boom 20 although did not come, but the Western flight or give us another kind of surprise. From half a foot into the field of strategic bomber Boom 6 and recently, the internet appeared a group of oil-20 to Boom 6 and aerial refueling photographs. The picture is very clear with the previous nano-map gap is very large. The same also means that the strategic equipment should be made public. Oil-20 public display to Boom 6 and refueling screen obviously represents this strategic strike combination has been very mature. Boom 6 and also get long-distance strategic attack capability, at least in the Boom 20 can be transitioned to use before the official appearance. The Air Force currently has two overhauled versions of the Boom 6, including the Boom 6K and the improved Boom 6N. The Boom 6K has a maximum range of about 8,000 kilometers with new power, a maximum takeoff weight of 79 tons, and a maximum payload of 9 tons. Although compared to the 216 prototype, the performance has been greatly improved, but limited by the prototype body limitations. The comprehensive parameters are still a medium-range bomber. Considering the Boom 20 officially equipped before the Trinity strategic nuclear strike air-based platform still have to rely on the Boom 6K, so on its basis and then overhauled, giving it a greater range of bomb capacity, can realize the transoceanic strategic strike? In 2019, the Boom 6 and overhauled bomber made its official public debut, creating a semi-buried belly bomb bay that can mount hypersonic missiles of larger size. It also installed an air receiver tube, which can realize air refueling range doubled, so its maximum range is more than 10,000 kilometers, and its maximum bomb capacity is between 10-15 tons. Performance enhancement a lot, but the bottom is still Boom 6, with the help of external aerial refueling aircraft to achieve strategic flight. Previously, there was only one option, Boom Oil-6 refueling aircraft. Boom Oil-6 maximum takeoff weight of 75.8 tons, the maximum fuel capacity of 37 tons, the fuel capacity of 18.5 tons, equipped with the initial fuel capacity of 4.2 tons of J-8. Refueling is not a big problem and can even be refueled for 4.6. But to the J-16, J-20, and even Boom 6 and era, this refueling capacity is not enough to stuff teeth, simply unable to support the Boom 6 and long-range combat needs. So the development of the Oil-20 development progress to speed up the 2022, officially installed after the Boom 6 and finally waited for the best partner. The maximum takeoff weight of the fuel tanker 20 is 220 tons, the maximum fuel capacity is more than 100 tons, and when the refueling radius is 1,000 kilometers, the maximum fuel supply is about 90 tons. When the refueling radius is 2,000 kilometers, the maximum fuel supply is about 70 tons. If the refueling radius reaches 3,500 kilometers, the maximum fuel supply can be maintained at about 40 tons. Not only become J-16, J-20 heavy aircraft long-range attack standard, but also for the Boom 6N to provide maximum security, a fuel -20 for aerial refueling. At least the Boom 6N range to 12,000 kilometers. Combat radius will not be less than 5,000 kilometers, directly upgraded to a strategic bomber. Range and radius of operation enough, plus equipped with Long Sword 20 cruise missiles, Eagle 21 hypersonic missiles. The range of at least 2,000 kilometers. Then the Boom 6 in combat radius will reach 7,000 kilometers, equivalent to covering the entire western Pacific, and can even hit the third island chain of Hawaii, as well as the entire state of Alaska. Boom 6N and oil transport. -20 combination of new photos public, the fact that it has become a quasi-strategic bomber level, can implement long-range strategic strike mission, then or use variable, swept-wing Boom 20. When can we meet with everyone?